Hi, this is Steve from Go Figure Farm. It's Monday, February 21st, 2022. One question that people often ask about growing fig trees in the ground is how far apart to space them. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like with different spacing. So this row here has 8 feet between. I just finished pruning several of these, and there's you can see what I pruned off, what I removed. Actually, I removed a couple entire trees as well that I decided to no longer grow. Varieties I decided to no longer grow, but and I don't know, this is probably approximately 5 feet tall is kind of where so I pruned my in-ground trees to have maybe 2 to 5 trunks approximately. And I didn't prune them last year, and I had to use a ladder to pick the fruit. So this year I wanted to get serious about pruning. This one is a little taller because this is Laredex brown turkey. It's not as vigorous of a grower. So this is 8 feet, okay, and then this is a space that was I removed in another tree, so that's a total of 16 feet between those two. And then this will give you an idea here of trees that I haven't pruned yet. So this is Violette du Bordeaux, and it's good 12 feet tall, maybe even 15. So I have a lot of work to do on that one, and a few others. These two here aren't as vigorous. They haven't yet been pruned. They just aren't as vigorous of varieties. Let's see, so over here is a little bit bigger spacing. I don't have a tape measure with me, but I think these are like these two here, probably about 10 feet, I think. So there's definitely a little bit more space in between the trees. Depending on your climate, that may be a good thing. In my climate, 8 feet works pretty well if you do careful pruning. It also kind of depends on how bad the winter is. If you get a really intense cold winter, then you'll be pruning back the dead stuff, depending on how much you protect them. But here I believe also, I think these are 8 actually. But anyway, that gives you a rough idea of what your figs will look like, at least in my climate, if you use 8 feet. And I also find that with 8 feet, it's easier to just make one continuous mulched bed. So when I put this row in, I covered with cardboard and wood chips and made one continuous mulch bed. That worked really well. They really have grown well by doing that. This is what I've been, the tools I've been using, and my friend Ricky is interested. Pruning saw, pruners, typical stuff. So sealing the cuts. So I used to not seal the cuts at all, but then I started having trouble with ambrosia beetles, and then I noticed that ambrosia beetles were attracted to the pruning cuts. So I asked some other fig people what they use, and I decided to use this wood glue, Tight Bond 3 Ultimate, and it's worked quite well. This is a tree I just pruned. I just put the glue on there. This was done last year, and you can see what it looks like. It will heal over this eventually. There's another one. But I definitely feel as though the trees where I was careful about sealing the cuts had much less ambrosia beetle damage. So I would recommend that recommend something in areas where you have ambrosia beetles like I do. So I think I'm just going to end it here. This is Steve from Go Figure Farm, and that's all for now.